So now let's go ahead and create a view to render this particular form. So in order to create a view, let's go to the views.py file of your app. And the very first thing which you do here is that you go ahead and import the model. So you type in from .models import, that's going to be profile. And now once you have this, let's go ahead and create a view. So I'll type def and let's name this view as accept, because it's going to accept the user data and it's going to take a request. And now in order to render a specific template, I can simply type in return render, and then I can say something like request, and then I can simply type in the template name over here. So the template name is accept.html, which is actually present in the PDF directory. So I can type in pdf/accept.html. So once we are done with this, this is actually going to render the template. Now let's associate this particular view with a URL, and we do that in the urls.py file. So now let's go to the urls.py file in your my site directory, and in here, first of all, let's import that particular view so that we can associate the view with a URL. So I'll say something like from, the app name is pdf import views, and now once we have views imported, I can say path, and let's say we actually want to place it in the home page, so I'll leave the path as empty, and I'll say views.accept, because accept is the name of the view, and I'll set the name equals accept as well. So now once we are done that, we should actually get the form whenever we visit our home page of our site. So let's see if that thing works. So the server is up and running. So let's go to the home page, and when I hit enter, as you can see, now you have a form over here, but I guess there's some issue with the form inside of the HTML, because we have this div tag over here and we also don't have the button either. So let's go ahead and make a few changes to this particular form. So in the accept, if I have a look over here, as you can see, we have the div tag inside the about you section. So let's go ahead and fix that. So even before we fix that, let's first go ahead and instead of having this form just lying around in here, let's actually create a proper container in here. So I'll say div class equals container, and then actually have a row and column in here. So div class equals row, and then let's create div class equals call dash md dash, and let's say this is going to span 7 columns. So I'll say 7 in here, and then actually paste in the form in here. And now if I hit refresh, as you can see, the form is styled in a much more better way, but we still have this div issue in here for some weird reason. So let's go ahead and fix that. So the reason why we actually have that particular issue is because we have actually created these text areas right here, and we actually need to make a few changes to these particular text areas. The very first change which we need to make here is that you always need to go ahead and close those text areas whenever you have created them. So let's go ahead and create a closing text area tag in here, and let's do the same thing for all the text areas which we have. So we have the text area right over here, we have closed that. Let's close this one as well, and let's do the same thing with this as well. Okay, so now once we do that, go back over here and hit refresh. As you can see, now the form works absolutely fine. So we have each and every field over here like name, email, phone number, about you, degree, and everything like that. So that means now our form is actually working. So now once we have this form, if you submit some details right now in this particular form, the details aren't going to be stored in this particular form, because we now need to go ahead and write the logic to define what happens when we actually submit this particular form. So in the next lecture, we will go ahead and learn how to do that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.